Speaking of beefing up Teslas,
Go for
there's
it. Nice.
a new one coming out, or rumored, that will be able to do more than 400 miles of range. Tim, quick, how many kilometers?
600 kilometers, basically.
Okay, there you go.
Well done.
You heard it from him, and if it's incorrect, you can throw stuff at him. I authorize that. This is Jason Hughes from Twitter. Spent a little time reverse engineering some recent, I don't know where it went. Spent a little time re-engineering some recent Tesla BMS firmware, the battery management system. Variables were tweaked to fit 108 cell groups, a 450 volt pack, which is up from the current 400 volts, which means it should be able to charge a lot faster. There's a pack ID that starts life set to 109 kilowatt hours usable with 400 plus miles. Lots of other stuff related to the SX and 3 pack configs at some point. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Interesting stuff. So the question is, would you guys, like, is this necessary? Like, should Tesla be doing this?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's a good sign, too. But I also would like to see a $20,000 starting price, one that goes 150 miles or something like that. I would prefer to go more into the affordable. Let's see it, Joe.
Sorry. No, but the technology that they might have to employ to get to a 400-mile car could make a $20,000 car more possible because they can fit more
That's true.
battery in the less space or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. And for me, still, like, again, I talk about this all the time. You guys know how much I road trip my Model 3, big, long distances. Mm-hmm. And currently, I think now the current updates of the Model S for a full day's drive, it would probably beat my Model 3 finally, now that it's like officially rated at 390 miles.
Yeah,
and
let's
they can
talk
charge
about
at
this
200.
too.
So we could actually do it on a better route planner or whatever .com. We'd really be able to figure it out. But when I did it last, going the route that I take down to Boca Chica and stuff like that from Iowa, or to Florida from Iowa, you can skip a bunch of chargers. You can skip almost 2 full chargers when you're from your starting point in a Model S compared to a Model 3. But again, it uses that watt hour per mile quite a bit higher. So therefore when you're charging, you have to charge longer to go the same distance.
Right.
So you'll charge for longer to go the same distance after that. But now if it's over 400 some miles, you're really and now it can take a more sustained charge rate, charge up faster.
If it can
for
charge
longer with a
faster,
bigger battery pack.
Yeah, if it can go 250 kilowatts, then it'll win hands down. But I won't believe that number until we actually see someone do it in real life, because the efficiency of the car is the best I've ever seen on a road trip like that is right around 70-75%. So that means that you would only get 70 to 75% of that number to begin with, unless you drove, say, 40 miles an hour or something like that. So it's a thing that's interesting. Yeah.
Oh man, on my road trips, if I fill up 100%, I'll easily get 300 miles, and I'll say 310. I don't push it that far. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, especially when you're in
efficiency.
Like in this, like when I get down to Florida, like on this particular last road trip from Iowa to Florida, sure, Iowa when it was 0 degrees out, really, really, really cold, terribly windy. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Like I was lucky if I could get 200 miles almost, right? 60, that's 60% of the range. But then the further south I got, the second day of driving, which was further south, man, I was just cooking no problem, especially by the end. I was below the rated watt hour. I was going 8 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour.
That's good.
I was just cruising along the normal speed of traffic, and I was like 230 watt hours per mile, and the rated watt hour per mile is 240. Yeah. So I mean, I can hit that, and I've hit those numbers before. So
I want to see it. Is all I'm saying. It's at this point an estimate. So, and they changed the estimate, but there was no verbiage about what changed, right? Or maybe I missed it. Was there someone that said, hey, it's now 390 because we did X? Or was it just, hey, now it's 390?
I have a feeling they've been some of the because it's the brand new ones, and it's really.
I just
only the
did a
most
road
recent
trip in
ones.
it, and it did not get near that.
In a brand new Model S
Correct.
with
the one Tesla gave
software
me.
update. With the software update,
Okay, so that was my question. So what was it that gave the 390?
a tweak in the efficiency.
Magic.
Of the motors.
Yeah. Anyways, my point is
Software
that
tuning.
from a data guy perspective, I need real world data, and so until I see that, I'm gonna say it's not real.
Like, what was your range with the car that's supposed to say that's currently rated at 370 when you drove it?
Charged, I think, to 325 or something, and then when I drove it, I got about 260. And it was going on a flat road from San Diego to Las Vegas. There is an elevation
Really?
gain there, though. So, but yeah, it wasn't great at all. I think it was like a 68 or 69% efficiency overall is what I tracked. So, 320 or whatever times 69,
Which
say
rims?
70%. The 21-inch something or other. I don't really know.
The bad
Yeah,
ones.
it's a thing. My whole point is that, like, we can put numbers on a website all we want. I want to see real world tests, and I kind of I want to talk to the NHTSA and the WLTP about this, because I think it's not helpful. It probably hurts the argument when you say, oh, it can go 390 miles, and then somebody gets it, and if they get 300, they're lucky. That doesn't help, I think, EV adoption. I think we should try to be more realistic.
Yep.
So that's my only point there. So, but if they can get over 400, and then that makes the battery pack cheaper, so they can sell a really cheap car, I think that would be right now. That's where my head is at. We need cheaper EVs for more mass market people. We don't need more $250,000 Porsches that Bill Gates buys. We don't. That's not what we need to help spur this movement.
Yeah. Well, the range anxiety argument, as we all know, people who actually drive these cars, it's not really a thing. But I feel like Elon's stated goal from the beginning was not just to have a car that competed with gas cars, but one that was better in every way.
Yeah.
And I think that upping the range to levels that can actually surpass a gasoline car is part of that.
Fair point.
So I'm in favor of it for that reason. But also just living in
and
Texas.
also in the and also in the same way that if right now you're getting 260 270 out of a car that's supposed to get 390, we still got a long ways to go. So keep upping that battery pack, because it should be no problem to hop and do a 300-mile road trip without any considerations. Really,
I think the furthest I've got is 280 281 maybe, and that was driving it to where it stopped, and that in my Model 3 through the desert.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, they keep doing this and it keeps getting better. These numbers are wacky, though, I guess is the summary there. But if they do come out with a 110 kilowatt hour car, that will be cool. I don't think I'll buy one, though. I think I'm in this mode of conserve right now. I kind of want to see what's going on and have them out there for a little bit. But I am excited about Model Y, which is supposed to be coming soon. Hopefully after March, so I don't have to do push-ups that Tim and I bet on. I had so many people at Fully Charged Live come up to me asking me about that. So you want to do the push-ups now? You want to do them here? Just want to there? Go ahead.
Have we heard the latest? Is there any more whispers of deliveries happening soon? Or I haven't heard anything really since that one.
That's all I've heard.
Since the call.
Yeah,
basically
since the
saying
earnings.
soon.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm happy to do them, though. I think that would be fantastic if they did that, if they got them out earlier.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, and when's that battery investor day thing? Or whatever?
I'm super excited about that.
April, I believe. Elon said something about at the Gigafactory, what number is it, 3 or 2 in Buffalo?
Yeah.
So in April in Buffalo, I have asked for an invite. I don't know if I'll be able to go anyways, but if I do, I will bring back all the stories.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I've never been up there, so.
You see Galley's video, I think, came out yesterday about the lithium iron phosphate battery that they might start using in China.
Oh, right. The cattle thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that.
I didn't see his video, but I saw the news about it. Yeah. So the idea is that they would be able to remove cobalt if I remember entirely. And I forget why they haven't done that to date, but if so, that would be great for the kind of sustainable side of EVs, because cobalt is a kind of like a conflict mineral, if that's a term. So it'd be better to not use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and he was, I think there was some of this was just kind of his speculation, but I don't think it was too ridiculous that, combining the lithium iron phosphate with the dry electrode Maxwell stuff might be a way forward, and might actually get the battery packs smaller so that you could have kind of what we were just talking about, like the bigger, longer range ones if you wanted, or also the smaller 20,000 kind of thing. It's all, there's so much happening in it. And when we start talking about what we're working on next, that's what I've been working on next, is a video about that. But there's so much going on that literally it's taken me forever to get this video done, because every time I think I'm ready to go, there's like some new thing that comes up. It's like, damn it. It's impossible to keep up with, and it's super exciting.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. Hey, thanks for checking us out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this clip from our podcast.
We do a weekly show here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to Our Ludicrous Future, where we discuss all the things that are going to make our future totally ludicrous.
You can join us here on YouTube or at any of your favorite podcast places. Plus, if you want to get some behind-the-scenes stuff and join a cool community, you can help support the channel at patreon.com. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.